Okay. It says that we're streaming, so I'm guessing that
I'm
means.
logging on. It says waiting for Watching Out Loud podcast.
Well, we are live. That's what
Hello,
it says.
hello.
Hello, welcome. Yeah, it says we're live. Okay.
The tiny voice.
Yeah, it's
There
fine.
we are. Okay, I brought up the chat and everything, and I
Yeah, I
see you.
got it too. Okay,
Oh, I have to
hi.
link it. Hi, everybody. I'm linking to our Instagram. Hold on. No one's here. It's just us.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
and
be
Steven.
the such a professional and just like mess with my camera now after the fact. Thank you.
Yeah, this is some behind the scenes shit when you tune in, when you're the first to tune in.
Yeah. So, this is our second. I think we're already off to a much better start.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
first of all, for starters, I'm using the right microphone, so that's
Yeah,
huge.
that's huge. Huge. Um,
Huge.
okay. I shared it to our story, and there we go.
I
Have we ever
mean,
considered getting into comedy? I literally raffled last time.
he was actually rolling on the floor laughing. I mean,
You
arguably,
did comedy for a minute.
yes, I did do stand up. That is true. Embarrassing, but true. I don't know.
No,
Hi.
I mean, you weren't bad at it. It's embarrassing if you're bad at it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't bad at it, but I think just like kind of the comedy scene in general is kind of embarrassing in a local
Mhm.
setting because especially
Yeah.
like improv. Sorry. Sorry for the improvers in chat.
Oh no.
Just kidding. There is no improvers in
I
chat.
was like, is Steven an
No.
improver?
No.
You would not be dating.
Yeah, no, not again. I've already dated an improver. Been there, done that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what it was, so that's my
I
defense.
would not be able to date an improver after the episode of Broad City where Alana
The sex
sleeps with an
robot.
improver. Yeah.
I am a sex robot.
He's like, I have a vagina.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Awful.
That was a
But
good
yeah,
one. Yeah,
so
it is. It. I did try improv one time when I was doing stand up because my roommate was doing improv, and so she kind of like talked me into it, and I hated it. I hated it so much. I immediately like every dude found an excuse to touch me, which was awful. Like one dude like literally lifted me up completely,
no.
and I remember like I think he could feel my whole body like tense. And then he was like, "Sorry, it's physical comedy." And I was like, "Oh, convenient that the physical comedy revolves around like one of the two women on the stage." But okay.
Yeah.
And another thing I noticed with improv is like whenever there's two women on a stage, they always try to turn it into like a porn scene. It's like a very interesting phenomenon, and by interesting I mean like very obvious and
Yeah.
unoriginal.
It doesn't take a whole lot of thinking really
No,
to get there.
not one single brain cell.
That actually sucks. So that's cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
but have you ever dabbled? I don't. Have you dabbled in comedy? You're like more musicy.
no, I so when I first started college, I wanted to like be a comedy writer for like television.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked myself out of it. Like I talked myself out of a lot of things that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I never uh sorry, I'm distracted. I get distracted whenever a comment drops.
I know it's gonna be. I almost feel like it's better if I move my camera. Hold on, this is so professional, guys. Oh my god, now you can see my chair full of clothes. Get out of here.
Cut this close.
You could probably still see. Now it's even
It's like haunting you, looking over your
Oh,
shoulder
I
now.
gotta fix. Hi, Kira. I'm gonna fix the chair of clothes. My shame, because at least now I can actually look at the camera and chat before I'm like looking
Yeah.
over here, then looking. So hold on one sec. Don't
Okay.
body shame me.
Hi, Kira. How was your day? I don't think I've talked to you like almost at all today. The jacket chair. Just put it behind the curtain. That's so funny.
We all have a chair full of clothes, but we don't need to see it.
Yeah, exactly. We all know that it exists, that it's real, it's valid, but it doesn't need to be in this live
I know
stream.
I was supposed to put them away today, but I've been so busy.
You have a job. You have
Okay,
like a
Sam
living.
Cruz loser, we said hi twice now.
Jesus.
God, our fans are so demanding. But sorry, you wanted to be a comedy writer.
Oh, apparently it keeps telling him to say
Oh,
hi.
okay. Well, you don't have to do what the prompt says. Just say it's. But this is kind of like how, when Steven is. I gotta stop touching my face. Steven's been playing Resident Evil, and when I'm tired, I'll be like, I want to go to bed, and he won't let me go to bed. He makes me stay with it.
Why? Because he's scared or something?
I don't know. He can explain himself. But then
Steven, explain in the
last night he
chat.
was like, "You could disobey me." Like I was like, "I guess I could. I guess I could just go to bed, but I just stay, and then I make it his problem. I'm like, you made me stay up."
It's just because you love him.
Yeah, I know it's disgusting. Shut up. Hi,
Stupid.
Georgie.
Yeah, Georgie's in the chat.
Georgie
talking
said hi.
said hi.
I'm
Everyone's.
sorry. So you were gonna be a comedy writer.
Oh, yeah, but then, and then I was gonna do the music stuff, but yeah, I really like comedy, but it's like I'm like a conversationalist and like a roaster. I'm not like I don't think I'm a get up on stage with a microphone by myself kind of person.
Yeah, it's definitely like kind of awkward. Like I don't know. The first few times I did, I definitely almost like I got like the sweaty palms and the things going on. I know we just had a Mimi. I don't know if you saw the Mimi, but
Is
so
there Mimi?
I got
He's right there
I
behind
got
you.
a there's a Mimi behind me. He's drinking water. I got a curtain, but I accidentally did not get the right kind of rods, so I have to like hook it up, and so it's like now there's a gap, but whatever. But Bets is playing RE6. Steven just finished RE4 last night, and then we're playing RE5 together, which is pretty racist, as Steven said. And then we're gonna play RE6 together, but he's about to start RE9. So I don't know if Bets is about to play that, but it's pretty crazy. And then also Steven has a PS5, so let him play with your partners, and then they can all be
Yeah.
boyfriends together.
Yeah, George, Steven now has a PS5, so you have a friend to play with. And you guys can talk about Law Dispute, as we discovered today that Steven is a Law Dispute fan and George is a big Law Dispute fan. And look at that, we're just trying to set them up and make them.
And they were boys.
Oh, boys, kissing. Kissing on PS5.
Kissing a PS5.
So what are you watching as of since we last spoke
Since
on
Saturday.
Pod 5?
I'm still watching Love is Blind, and we're pretty locked in because I don't want to give away a bunch of spoilers. Do you plan on watching this season? Do you mind spoilers?
One, I started trying to watch it last night when I couldn't fall asleep, but I gave up on it. Two, I don't mind spoilers.
Okay, because I'm gonna say
Spoilers on Love is Blind for everyone in the chat that watches Love is Blind.
so. For the record, the pods is always the worst part of Love is Blind. Like canonically, the pods.
As you're saying the podcast, like our podcast is
No, this is the worst part of everything in the world. This is worse than everything happening in the world, like genocide. No, the podcast is the worst.
Yeah, absolutely.
The pods is the worst part of Love is Blind, in my opinion, because it's boring. And everyone,
it's boring.
Everyone's just like gaslighting each other, I feel like.
Everyone's actually lying to each other.
Yeah. So we're past that, and we're to I think we're only on episode 6, but I think there's only like 12 total. So we're like halfway through, and of course, like, I mean, I feel like as soon as they leave the pods and go to whatever exotic vacation they go to, which tends to be typically in Mexico, um, that's like when the cracks start showing in some of these couples. But
Yeah.
one guy, his name's Alex, which happens to be an evil person name, turns out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to the Alexes in the world, but you're all evil. I don't make the rules.
Haven't
Um,
met Alex that stood the test of time.
right? Um, so he's like partnered up with this like blonde haired, blue eyed like white girl, and
Mm-hmm.
there's this other girl, Brittany, and she's
Well,
partnered up.
sorry, is this the first couple that got engaged or no?
No, the first couple that got
I didn't get
engaged
their
were,
name.
I think it was. I honestly don't know their names because they're really boring Christians.
Yeah.
But they are an interracial couple. That's like kind of the only thing that I know, like not to be. But that's like they're just kind of bland. Like they have like
Yeah.
healthy conversations about raising like biracial kids and stuff. So it's like yawn. Where's the drama?
It's
Um,
real life conversations that matter. Boring.
but there's another couple, Brittany and Devonte, and Brittany is like way too hot for Devonte. He looks like a weird baby. But he's like weirdly not into her. But anyway, this Alex guy who's engaged to another woman and has been banging like crazy took this Brittany chick and was like, "Hey, you're like my typical type." She's like a thick Latina girl. Like, "Hey, you're my typical type, so you know, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Dude, you're like on a vacation with your fucking fiance." And you're like literally telling this other girl, like you're trying to holler at this other girl who's having like relationship issues with her guy because he's like weirdly not into her. I don't understand why. And then
These men aren't into these women. It's just crazy.
it's I almost feel like it's fake. Like I hate to be this person, but they
Mhm.
most men would fuck a chicken sandwich. So who are they to be like this woman's not my type? Like what are you even talking about? But then
You
like
don't have a type. Breathing is your type.
alive, of age, 21 or older, non-related.
For
Um,
real.
R.I.P. King Cobra. But so fast forward to episode 6, and Alex is talking to his fiance. I don't know her name, honestly. I think it's Ashley. Um, and they got into this like weird fight, and he's like, "I'm not ready for a kid," and she's like, "Okay, I'm not ready for a kid either," and he's like, "Well, you need to tell me when you're on your period." And then she was like, "Well, I can't get pregnant on my period, so like I don't know what you're talking about." And I got really mad because he is like the canon male specimen who like refuses to use protection, but also like is like puts all the pressure of not getting pregnant on the woman. And
Yeah. Which we see a lot in Love is Blind.
a lot. Remember that guy that like didn't want to use condoms and he tried to get his fiance to get on birth control, and she like
Yeah.
was very adamantly against it, and then by the end of the episode she's like, "Yeah, I'm like considering it." It's like, "No, make him use a condom." Like if he's that adamant that he doesn't want kids, then he needs to wrap it
Yeah.
up. Like that's just the way sex works. I'm sorry. Like
He's
it's a
like, I don't
two-way
want to use
street.
the rubber. I would like you to take hormones that chemically change your body. Like,
Well,
nothing against birth control, but that's your choice to be on birth
exactly,
control.
exactly. So it's just frustrating and garbage trash TV per usual, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
enjoyable. I'm looking forward to the next 6 episodes. I know the reunions. I hate the reunions though. They have the worst reunions in my opinion. Like, not
Yeah,
drama wise, the drama's good, but Nick and Vanessa Lachey need to shut up. They need to be silenced.
they're
Unless
horrible.
unless Vanessa's drunk. The one she was drunk was really good.
Yeah.
But what
Just
about
adding to the mess of it all.
you? Right. What about you? What are you watching?
Um, so we watched last weekend the new Shoresy, the
Oh
whole
yeah.
thing. We killed it in a day. I mean, it's only six
And they're
episodes,
like
like
20
30
minutes
minute
long,
episodes.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like watching a Scorsese movie, basically. And it was good. Not as good as other seasons, but still good. I'll watch anything with Jared Kiso, I guess. So, yeah, so we watched that. We're also watching. in our Dimension 20 shit, we're watching the Never After season, which is like fairy tales turned into like kind of horror themes. And I think it's like if you were ever to watch like a tabletop RPG, I think you would like this season because like there's a character play that the Little Red Riding Hood character. Uh, she's played as like a snotty nosed, like a stuffed, constantly stuffed up, congested 12-year-old girl that wants to be a princess, but she's turning into the big bad wolf. And so like it's just really interesting watching her like trying to kind of make peace with like, oh, as I'm growing up, I'm not turning into the beautiful princess, I'm turning into the wolf. And I don't know, it's like it's such a like funny, silly show, but like the character like makes me cry like so much because I'm like she's such a beautifully done character. And like her just like her story arc throughout the whole thing is like both hilarious and also very like I don't know, moving, seeing like a complicated preteen girl that like wants to be a princess, but that's just not in the cards for her. So
It'd be like that
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, exactly. It's relatable.
Okay,
But
I'll
yeah,
have to check it out because Kira said that she thinks I'd like it too. So
he thinks you'd like it. Yeah,
I'll have
especially
to give
if
it a chance.
we're gonna play D&D soon.
Yeah, I'm so curious. So about because you've been talking to Steven about his character, right?
No, Steven just messages me saying shit.
Oh,
It's like,
okay. Because I don't know what his character is gonna be, so I'm curious. But
I think it's
I
cool
kind of
that
feel like it should be
people
secret.
keep them like kind of secret.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I
and
haven't
it's like you
asked
can
him.
learn them. Yeah, so yeah, I need to meet with all of you like individually, figure out your characters and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Yes,
And
boss.
but yeah, what else? What else have we been up
I
to?
so I wanted to ask you because I realized like because obviously I am a narcissist, so I rewatched our whole thing. No, I didn't rewatch it because I wanted to. It was more for like notes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I realized there was a few times I thought I asked you questions back, and then it turns out I didn't. Um, Partly
I
because
didn't even notice.
well, partly because I think I was too busy touching my fucking face, and then
Oh,
partly
sorry.
yeah,
Just all over.
and then partly the having chat, which is really fun. I like having a chat,
Hmm.
but it's like definitely like a learning curve. Where in the past, when we've recorded, it's just been like one on one, and now I definitely want to
Yeah.
like ideally like
We want to engage the chat.
yeah, exactly. That's like kind of like part
Mhm.
of doing like lives.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
We're
So
figuring it out.
so I wanted to ask. I didn't ask you like what are your thoughts on Wuthering Heights and if you wanted to watch the movie. I
Oh,
just kind of went onto a tangent of like my opinions on it and like Fennel. So
I think it's largely because I agree with a lot of
oh
what you
okay.
said. Yeah. I don't really like I think that she particularly with like Saltburn-ish, but particularly Promising Young Woman, I think that she is capable of coming up with really interesting ideas, but I think she really falls short in being able to execute them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was kind of looking forward to Wuthering Heights. Like, I think the concepts are very interesting. I do think there's something to like how she represents like the body as being something both like grotesque and sexual is
Mm-hmm.
very interesting. Um, the thing that's so hard for me to get past is her saying that she didn't cast Heathcliff as a person of color because that's not how she imagined it when she read it at 14. And I just think that's like really fucking stupid.
That's an L. That's an L. Someone
Yeah.
I saw like a TikTok on it, and someone said Dev Patel would have been a better cast, and he's like totally
Ah.
handsome. So I'm
Hmm.
like we get it. You want to bang Jacob Elordi, but you're like a married woman with kids. So like, and I
Wow.
like move on, girl. Like I don't know what to say,
Yeah.
but
It's like I like Jacob Elordi a lot, but at the same and so it's like not necessarily against him.
no.
I think it's just really I think that concept of like her being like, oh, the film quote is in, yes, like Kira said, it's just
Yeah.
irresponsible too. But like the fact that the film is in quotes, I think that's really cool. And that you can do a lot with like this idea of like, this is how I interpreted the film. This is like this idea, or not the film, the book, like this idea that I really like the idea with literature that like once like a piece is like given to the world, it does become, it's not just the authors anymore. Like the other interpretations that exist do become valid to an extent. But I think the validity to these interpretations really relies still on the evidence in the text. And so for me, I'm like, yeah, this idea of like interpretation, like how you saw it, yes, great. Evidence in the text still says that Heathcliff was a person of color.
Yeah.
So you have to neglect literal evidence in the text to make this interpretation like real.
Yeah.
And at that point, it really is just like, it's childish. Like you are literally admitting to being childish and prejudiced in the way you view your leading men. Because when you are 14, you're probably more attracted to people of the same race, same color. So that's how she imagined it when romanticizing it. And so then making it into a film as an adult, she had the opportunity to kind of correct the mushy-brained 14-year-old's interpretation, but still capture that like romance and like almost like hysterical infatuation that comes from like being a teenager that gets infatuated with a book or something, but still doing it in a way that isn't active erasure.
Well,
So,
and I wanted to do a quick callback to Saltburn because I think that's a good point. I think you literally said, like, in Saltburn that she has great ideas, but she fails to execute it. So that is kind of like a callback to an older episode, which I think Saltburn. I just developed a speech impediment. I think that was episode 3, if I remember correctly. 3 or 4, something like that. But
it was pretty early.
yeah, it was early on. But I also really like Kira's comment that it's irresponsible because you're so right. Like, at the end of the day, like, first of all, it's 2026, so there's really no reason why we can't have, like, I mean, almost every remake of a movie inserts a person of color, which a lot of the times I think it's kind of lazy the way they do it because it's normally like the love interest, like it's never the main. The main's still like a white dude. But at least there's some representation happening. But also, like, she took the creative, I don't know, what's the word, creative choice to cast Margot Robbie as the main lead female character who's almost 20 years older than the actual character in the book. And she defended that, and I don't really care. Like, I think that's fine. I love Margot Robbie. She's, like, very classically Western beautiful. Like, she very much hits Eurocentric beauty standards. So I've never read the book, but for the little I know from the novel, like, she would fit the bill overall, minus her age, which she has no control of. So that's fine. Right. But then to, like, I don't know, it's like, come on, girl, like, to a degree, like, that's fine. You know, casting a white lady who mostly fits the bill of the character minus her age because of the sexuality of the film. Okay, cool.
Yeah, whatever. Absolutely.
Which we kind of talk about in an episode that we're gonna, in one of our roasts that are coming up, like teens and sexuality and casting adults for that. But it's to be so lazy to not even make the effort to cast like a male lead that is like looks like the character. It's just like, I don't know. It just almost feels like she needs to put like a subtitle that's like, I really want to fuck Jacob Elordi or something like that. Cause
exactly.
I don't know. It just feels really
subtitle
lazy.
To all of her films. Since Saltburn, that's probably what it's gonna be.
Please let me bang Jacob Elordi, which I'm pretty sure he's gay. So like, girl, move on.
Just let it go. Just let it go at this point.
Yeah.
Or you can patch the dirt. Take on what Barry Keoghan did. Find a patch of dirt.
Not the patch
Speaking of that menace,
is that gonna be our actor? Because I was thinking
that's the actor
but
we hate.
We can hate right today. Now. Yeah, today
that's the one that we can hate today.
We decided every live we're gonna hate on an actor.
This is gonna be a new thing for us. Decided. It's an easy topic. It's an easy thing to plug. Yeah, Barry Keoghan's he just makes me so mad. And his hair grown out for the Beatles
Because he's gonna be
biopic.
Ringo.
He's gonna be Ringo, your favorite. How do you feel about
As a Ringo girly, can I say I'm furious?
that? Pissed.
Me, PO'd.
That's so funny.
But
Yeah.
it's also like the way that he like thinks. I like how now it's super dark in here, so I look like I'm in the shadows. I love lighting. Um,
Beautiful. You're like kind of just a radiant vampire
I'm
lady.
like that's why I'm like trying to be as close to the monitor as possible, so you can see like a little light coming off
Yeah.
of me. Um, but then I feel like if I turn on this little ring light, it's gonna be like a flashbang.
It's
Uh,
gonna attack you. You'll disappear.
Yeah, so I'll have no nose. It'll be 2007 MySpace photos. Yeah, I'm pissed about his casting. I don't like that he has long hair, so he thinks that makes him hot. And I'll never forgive Sabrina for trying to convince us that he's hot just because they were in a PR relationship. Like, I think she's
Yeah.
adorable. I think she has some bangers. Don't really follow her that closely, but there is no universe. There is no universe where that man is hot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Don't
You're
convince us of it.
You're a Beatles girly, though. Are you excited for the movie?
It's interesting because, like, I feel like I'm not really into biopics anymore. And I used to really, really like them. I think when I was like really into like classic rock was like my main thing and stuff. Like, I haven't seen the Bruce Springsteen biopic, and I lived and breathed Bruce Springsteen for like 5 years, I guess, when I was younger. And I don't know. I just think it's like I'm kind of not super interested in seeing the lives of these people be portrayed as, I guess, being like dramatized in a way that is marketable for Hollywood, because
Mm-hmm.
there is going to be a suspension of reality to make these movies interesting. And so I'm kind of like, watch an interview, pick up a Rolling Stone magazine, like read a biography or an autobiography. But I think like watching someone try to look like this famous musician or whoever that only kind of looks like them, I don't know. I just think it's like kind of boring. I think it was really well done for Walk the Line.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like no biopic since then has been as good, in my opinion.
I would say Straight Outta Compton was good, but I think that's
Oh, we talked about
because,
that last
yeah,
time.
and the
Yeah.
only reason why I bring that one up is because I think, like Dr. Dre was like one of the producers. Like, the
Mhm.
actual people who were part of it actually
Right.
had a say in the film.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm
I
gonna turn
think
on one light because it's just getting darker in here.
Well, I think
Whatever.
for me, maybe what it is that like I do think Straight Outta Compton, the reason why it's different to me is because it talks about a lot of issues beyond just like the musicians and their
Mm-hmm.
story. It's a lot about like literally what life was like in Compton, about police violence, about like AIDS, like being a straight person getting AIDS and stuff like that. Like there's so much more like just meat to the story, I
Mm-hmm.
think. And I think the thing that I struggle with a little bit with like specifically like Bruce Springsteen and the Beatles and like Bob Dylan is that I guess I'm just like these are boring sad white men that were
Yeah.
shitty to the women in their lives that got really famous and really popular. And like that's not to say that the music that they made wasn't really great and very important for music and culture, but we can see I just think it's more interesting to watch a documentary about it than to watch this creative piece that kind of glamorizes it, also knowing that each of these artists are having a heavy hand in the production of how their story is being told.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess
Yeah,
that's
because
how about it
how many of the Beatles are still alive? Like two? Three?
too. Yeah,
Two?
Ringo and Paul McCartney.
Yeah. I wonder if
So
Paul has his hands in the cookie jar at all with this project.
I feel like he must, because I
Yeah.
think Ringo does. Like it'd be weird if Ringo did and Paul didn't.
Yeah, that would be weird. I could see Ringo not having any role in it, but not Paul.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
and I
just feel
think
like Paul's always into something.
yeah, he's always got his hand into something.
Yeah.
No, I did see this video today that was like, I don't know. Oh, it was like just some like Instagram video that was like, I'm making celebrities' favorite sandwiches, and it was Ringo's, and it was literally just like toast with goat cheese on it. And
Delish.
the guy in the video was like, he's one of the most influential drummers of the entire world. And he had such an interesting take on playing drums because he was left-handed, but he played a right-handed kit. And I was like, Ringo was a trash drummer. Everybody knows it. Like he literally just like caught the wave of the Beatles and stuff, and he was like not a threat to the amount of women that the other players could get. And
Whatever, Katie. He wrote Octopus's Garden, and that's the best Beatles song.
that,
I say it
yep,
with my full chest.
full check.
I mean,
But
but you know, we've digressed. This is about hating Barry. So what do you
Right.
hate about Barry?
what do I hate about him? What I was gonna get to was his hair for the Beatles biopic is really pissing me off.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like the hair has instilled like a false confidence in him that he doesn't deserve.
Which is very interesting. You said that you were like said something about like being mad about the confidence that his long hair has given him, and I'm surprised that long hair gave him confidence over like it like I don't know, like it's like I guess to me that kind of haircut just reminds me of like 2007 emo boys
Yeah,
that were like ties over their t-shirts and shit like
he has
that.
Bieber hair, basically.
That's what it is, Bieber hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
It's
don't even. It's like there's something here too, right here in
yeah.
his face that it's not like equating
It's
correctly.
this whole part of his face is thicker
It's
than
like too
anything.
thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when there was like a meme going around? It was when he was wearing. I don't remember what he was promoting. He was promoting some film he was in, and he was wearing like. I think he was wearing like white slacks and like just a white vest with like no shirt underneath it, and he had a different haircut, and everyone was saying he looks like a lesbian in the women's soccer team.
Yes, I do remember that. It was so real. It
That was
was
the
so
best version of him. But I think that was like before he left his baby mama and stuff too, because I think that kind of like also makes him like slightly trash. And yeah, his face does look like it's melting. That is like that's the nail on the head. I think I said that
it's like
earlier today.
if it was like putty and then someone just like did this to it to his face, it's awful.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Yes.
We got to the
Yes.
bottom of this. Barry Keoghan, why are you ugly?
And that's
How are
why
you?
and you know what? That's why we hate you.
That's why we hate you. No, not
I'm
necessarily.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, but I'm just saying this is why I do hate him. No, it's because he took it upon himself to fuck the pile of dirt. That's what really pisses me
Oh
off.
my god, I forgot about that. That was like his creative choice.
Yeah, it was his creative choice to do that. That really pisses me off. And that's like, oh, it was so genius that he did this. And I'm like, no, he's a pervert. He's a menace, and he
It's
should be
someone needs to
locked up.
lock him up.
Yeah, protect Jacob Elordi from these people.
Elliot's so upset about it. He was crying. He was like, "Oh
I
my
know,
god."
I know.
No.
But yeah, I think we've hated on Barry Keoghan a good amount.
I could
Yeah.
say really quick that we did listen to one of our secret episodes that we're gonna release, and it's so fun. Like
I had a lot of fun listening to it.
yeah.
I was like, oh, we're so silly goofy.
I know it's like, and it's so funny because it was like almost a year ago when we recorded it, so it's like kind of like a
I think
blur. Like
I think it might have been over a year at this point.
it was definitely.
Oh wait, no, you were in this apartment
Yeah, I was in
by
this
then.
apartment and I was dating Steven by then, so I know.
Okay.
Our 1 year is coming
Right.
up. Gross.
Yeah.
But because I remember, I think it was like the day after our first date because I told him I was like, oh, I'm recording a podcast with my friends, so get out of my freaking house, dude. I don't even know you.
Gross. So disgusting. No, I do remember because he would text you and you would be like, while
Shoot me in the
while we
head.
were taking little breaks.
Shoot me in the
Like,
head.
you like him.
No, I don't. I don't even. So gross.
To like a boy, it's disgusting and
It kind of is.
embarrassing.
It is. It's a mental illness.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for
Speaking of
that.
George and I are coming up on our 10-year wedding anniversary in July.
It's crazy, child
We
bride.
we officially got the okay for vacation, so we're gonna get our Scotland plane tickets soon.
Watching Out Loud girlies are traveling this year.
We're traveling this year because you're trying to go to Japan.
We are going to go to Japan. It's true. I'm excited.
George
for
really
it.
wants to go to Japan too,
Mm-hmm.
but I think what we're gonna do is see how your trip goes and then try to copy it basically in 2000 or probably like 2028 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Steven wants to go to the motherland, so gotta go do that.
That's right, because he in a past life was a Japanese girl. Is that what?
Oh, did I tell you we expanded that lore? Because
Here.
I decided that we've loved each other in past lives, so I decided our lore
Because
was
the pattern said the pattern
said so,
right?
and
Astrological.
yeah, so it's accurate. But we were both Japanese girls, and we were lesbians, and we killed ourselves in a suicide pact because we couldn't be together.
Very romantic. And the song, all the things she said was Kira. Oh, that song was all she said was playing throughout and stuff. So, because yeah, beautiful. I love that for you guys.
Thank you.
Kira, do you want to elaborate on your own?
I don't think she needs to, honestly. I got it. I got the message.
Yeah, I got all you need to say from that.
What show are you guys gonna watch next? I think you might have said that on the last live, but it would be real. I forgot.
I brought up that George wants me to watch Boardwalk Empire
and Penguin. Now I'm remembering.
And Penguin. Kira, but I think that God, there was something else that he wanted me to watch. Oh, he wants me to watch the anime Blue Lock. Has Steven watched that one? It's like a soccer thing.
He hasn't told me about it, and I don't think he's in the chat anymore, so.
Steven, are you for real not in the chat? I don't think George is in the chat either.
It's just Kira holding it down. Our real partner.
That real ride or die. I mean, it's true.
It's true.
The cuck chair never gets cold.
That's true.
The chat never gets cold.
That's true. That's Kira. He hasn't seen it now.
Yeah. George wants me to watch it, watch that, but I don't know. It's not like top of my list of things I want to watch. Yeah.
I get it.
Oh, here's a question. I don't know if we've actually ever talked about this, which is kind of weird. So I had my water bottle on my desk at work, and I have a Tony Soprano sticker on my water bottle, and my boss came up, and it's like the first time anyone's ever commented on it, and she just pointed at it and said, like that show, he deserved better. And so she just talked about how much she hated the ending. So I'm wondering, I don't think we've ever talked about what your thoughts were on the end of The Sopranos.
Who have I had this conversation with? I think I had this conversation with Steven when we first started dating, because we both had just finished a watch through of it, like, separately. I think the ending was fine. I think leaving it open-ended, kind of like viewer interpretation-esque, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fine, because I think it, here's the thing. I don't think anyone's ever satisfied with an ending of a series, especially one that's so good.
Yeah, and one that was on for as long as it was, I
Yeah, and
think, too.
stayed good. Um,
Hmm.
so, I think a lot was implied to me by the ending, which is, spoiler alert, Tony dies, which
Yeah,
makes sense because,
yeah.
especially the way that part B of season 6 goes, like Tony's like kind of spiraling out of control. Because, there's
Hmm.
that trajectory where Tony's kind of like, after I think he got shot, right? And
Yeah,
that's what put him in a hospital for a while. You kind of see
I
this
think so.
positive upward trajectory, like he stops having his gamors. That's what they call girlfriends, right? Um,
I think something like
or Gumar.
that. Yeah.
Um, he doesn't have any Gumars. Him and Camilla have a really good relationship. Carmela, God, I'm like can't speak English. Carmela have like a good relationship really for the first time in the whole series, and then it's
Hmm.
kind of like this sharp downfall when him, Bobby, Janice, and Carmela are at that cabin, and him and Bobby get into that physical altercation, and then from
Hmm.
there things just kind of start spiraling out of control. Like people are dying left and right in the crew. Um, and so, it's implied, heavily implied to me that, there's really two outcomes. It's either Tony dies or Tony survives and goes to federal prison. I choose to lean with Tony dies because I think that just kind of makes more
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
What about
I think
you?
I think I really, I actually really liked the ending because I know a lot of people didn't like, they thought that just playing the song was stupid, that it was like almost too simplistic and it wasn't clear and all this sort of stuff. But one, I think that like the show started getting very like it's always been a cinematic show. Like Sopranos is kind of the show that made television turn into this like cinematic way. But I think especially in the last season, it started to get like even almost like kind of uh like a Lynch film, like David Lynch a little
Yeah.
bit, like the dream sequences and stuff like that. And so I think in that way, that last scene kind of fits the bill of that a little bit. Which I mean, and I guess then you could kind of say is like Tony's been in therapy this whole time. Is Tony kind of starting to lose it a little bit mentally for how kind of like somewhat weird the show started getting at times when it was especially because those were moments when it was in Tony's perspective. But I kind of liked that it was like the last thing we saw was from Tony's point of view, and when it blacked out, the idea is that like when Tony died, like our entire perspective vision of what was happening died, like more or less like we died with Tony in a way. And I
Mm-hmm.
think also like the it was very like Godfather-esque. Like it was definitely like a nod to the Godfather having someone like come in and kill him in a restaurant kind of thing. Um, so I think that it just kind of it felt like to me like it was just kind of an homage to like the entire show and to the like, you know, mob cinema as well, like just kind of wrapped up in the ending. So I don't know. I liked it a lot. I was expecting not to like it because I think that like because I was a little kid when it first came out and it took me a really long time to watch it,
Mm-hmm.
and I just remember like years and years of people being like pissed off at the ending. And but no, I don't think it was bad. I think it was pretty good.
I think people have this illusion that like closure is like a thing.
Yeah, I hate that. Like
And
I it's not real life to have
yeah, and
closure.
I think yeah, like it translates in real life, like the
Mhm.
failing a failing relationship or friendship, which is also a different type of relationship, or just kind of like
Yeah.
anything. So I just and at the end of the day, like it would be so hard to make an ending that everyone's gonna be happy with.
Oh,
So I think like leaving. Oh my gosh. Leaving it up for interpretation for the individual viewer kind of gives them that liberty to get the closure that they choose to have.
yeah.
Because I really can't think of any show that I've seen that I was like, wow, that ending was just super duper. I feel so satisfied with the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Attack
No, I
on
think
Titan.
that,
Attack on Titan did have a good ending, that's true.
yeah. Well, I mean, like a lot of shows I think like have really good endings, but I think of like my favorite show endings, I think leave me pretty raw and like kind of with like an unsatisfied feeling that feels right. You know, it's not that it feels good, but it feels correct because and I think that shows are like that are like The Sopranos, Attack on Titan, Succession, and Ozark, I think ended really well, and Fleabag. I think that
Yeah,
like
Fleabag did end really good.
these shows had such good endings, but all of them are so like Attack on Titan does have some closure, but I think it also still does leave a lot. Elliot, sorry. They still leave enough. It still left enough like up for interpretation. I think like so. I think that those kinds of shows that leave us with some open endings, uh, even when those open endings are kind of like a punishment of the main character, like if Tony's likely murder. Um, I think that I just think that's good. Like it's real life. It's
Yeah,
so much more closer. It's so much closer to real life
exactly.
than like sure. So
And I think even too in that vein with like bringing up like AOT, like I don't really think you can compare like an anime series that like was really fantastic. Like I'm not trying to like say anything like that, but I think it's hard to compare that to like a show about the mafia that had like actual mobsters involved in it and stuff. Like it's just so because anime is kind of like its own realm, so it's like
it's not reality.
yeah, exactly, like it's dispensed reality, like or that's not the word,
Suspense.
suspensed reality, so they can kind of just like have a lot more liberty and like flexibility. The thing about Sopranos that made it so good is that it was so realistic and so true to like actual mafia culture and stuff like that. I love finishing a statement that sounds like pretty smart with and stuff like that.
But no, totally.
Like absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
T. But yeah, no, I think I've never God damn. We just become it's kind of like uwu girls.
yeah.
Or kittens or whatever. But yeah, I know. I think I agree with all the things you said about it. I thought it was interesting that I don't think we ever talked about it.
Yeah.
But we talk about Sopranos like pretty frequently. We've just never talked about the controversial ending.
My dog lapping up water is really just spiking up the quality of this live.
That's ASMR. We're covering all bases with street.
That's true.
Yeah. The click clacking.
I always think of that little redhead girl that does.
Oh my god. I hate that. But I do like the video of like when like girls that are clearly like 12 or something are trying to beauty influencers and they're like
get ready with me to put on my drunk elephant, and their beauty products are all like more than I can afford, and I'm like
yeah, they're putting on like 5 different kinds of skincare. Meanwhile, I started using my like lotion I use for my hands for my face to save money. And you know what? It works just fine. No problems.
Whoa, was that the blue blur?
Look at that. He goes fast. Mizu. For a second, I thought Mizu was Steven ducking down under the curtain.
You want to come say hi? You want to do...
We have to have a Mimi cameo.
Maybe we could do the sign off with Mimi. Because I don't really have anything else to talk about. Been chatting here for almost an hour.
I gotta go play D&D with my other friends. So
thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for tuning in. Me too.
Oh, we'll be
Jesus.
back next Thursday, every Thursday.
Every
Okay.
Thursday
He's
now
had
we'll
enough.
be talking about what we're watching and what
who we
actor we're
hate.
hating on. Yeah, tune in next week to see who we're hating on. And yeah, and if you have anyone you're hating on, drop it in the chat.
Oh!
We can talk about it.
Really quick before we're out, we did make
Mhm.
a Discord server, so if anyone wants the link to that, all
You
3
want
people
to
on here
chat with us.
chat with us
Right
even
now,
more.
right now it's just Steven saying hi.
He's petting Elliot right now. Yeah, it's Steven replying to my message so I could complete the server. All right.